Hi you guys, so my shipment of drip water systems, irrigation systems finally came in. I've been doing mostly above ground watering systems for quite a while now. What I mean by that is we have some in-ground that we've tapped into. Here's some raised beds I have. We've run up piping, and then we have something that sticks in the ground, and then we just put a little kind of a sprinkler head on here. And so we've got different types that run through the beds and go from bed to bed. The problem with that, however, hi Sarah, is that when things get tall, right, like this, it blocks those short little sprinklers. So we tried to lift them up. That wasn't working really well. And of course, some things like tomatoes or squash, you don't want to get really wet because then they can mold and mildew. So we tried out this system last year on a smaller level. I really liked it, so we're buying a whole bunch more. This is not sponsored, paid for this with my own money from this company. This is a very easy system to put together. It's called Snip N Drip. We got it there, and this is what comes in the container. So you get these adapters, and then you get a main hose. So this is what you attach to your garden hose, and then at various areas down this hose, wherever you want, you tap into that and run a length of soaker hose off of it. And you can cut this to size, you can cut this to size, you can add in, you can make it every foot that you have some of this running off, or keep it, 6 inches one time, 8 inches another, 2 feet if you're going around obstacles, or in my case, from bed to bed to bed. But I have some that we're already working on in the big garden, so yeah, let's go check it out. So I like this system because it's adaptable, easily adaptable to your situation, and you can change the length of just about anything you want. And it's got the quick snap adapter system in it, right? So got some of that green hose. Here's my adapter. I want to pull it out, I just do that. I want to connect another hose, put a bigger part in there, put it together, and it goes just like that. So I'm taking all these out of the shed where I had them stored from last year. So these are my drip lengths. The green hose is, I guess you would call it the source, right? So here it is in action. So I'll take this section. All right, so we've got like this section, and we take the garden hose, and I've got to find another adapter for this, but you'll just connect those quickly together, and then this mother hose will come down to a T. This will continue the water, but then I've attached a soaker hose right here, and I can attach it or unattach it very easily. So this green hose, then this section, that section, that section, I'll just run it all the way down there to that white fence, and then every so often I run a drip from here to the end. So these quick attachment adapters come in the kit. You saw the green hose comes in the kit, and then the soaker hose comes in the kit. And you just take a knife and cut it to size, and I'll show you what the other end looks like. So we're following this down, and this is actually kind of a long piece here, so I curved it around, but then it's got just a stop at the end of it. So the water reaches here, it can't go any further, and it will just backfill, and it will just soak. So it'll soak all the way along. This one will do the same. So once I have these all in place, and I bought the kit because I tried a cheaper brand. I got cheap last year. I tried a cheap brand, and we tried to jerry rig it. That's what we call it here. Some people say jury rig, but you know what I mean. With some crappy crap, which is this brown stuff. Right, you can see this is not really soaker hose. It's got these holes drilled into it. Can you see that? Like that's one every foot or so. But it kinks It's not very flexible, didn't come with the clips, so we had to try to wire it, so I was getting leaks everywhere. So what I'm going to do is save the green hose, because I had extra of that. I'm going to get rid of these brown ones and bring in that other black soaker hose, and then I'd reattach all these. So in the end, I will have, and I'll show it to you when it's done, but I'll have that green hose running all the way down here, and then the black soakers going that direction. And I'll keep them on the top of the ground until I get all my plants in the ground. And then after I do that, what I'll do is come through and just, you know, because I'm a deep mulch gardener, right? I'll just come through and bury them with mulch and chips and whatever else I have. So I'll mulch this down as well, which will just help keep even more moisture in the ground. Now, could you just run it? You could totally run that green hose right up the middle and have sections going both ways. I don't like the idea of like columns. I want diagonal rows, not diagonal, parallel rows this way. I just don't like it that way. I don't know why. I don't, man, okay? So that's the way I'm going to do it. And I like having the green hose all on one side rather than up the middle. But again, that's just your own choice. So I think this is going to be awesome for this year. And then the last thing is, here's the orange part is my garden hose, which you can see is attached to my in-ground well. This is actually the well house. And then we have a timer on here so we can set how long we want the, how often we want this to go off, the frequency. And then when I want manual water, I can ride the runtime and just go manual and just twist it to however many minutes, and that way if I forget it, it turns off. It also has a rain delay on it, so this little timer has been great. We actually inadvertently left it out here all winter and it still works. So you just attach the hose to it, leave your pump on, and yeah, that works really, really well. So that's going to be my new full yard drip system. We'll figure out a way to use it in the above ground beds too. So when it's all done, I'll show you what it looks like.